Okay, we'll come back to this question. Here we need to find the volume of the region bounded by two functions, y equal x square, square root of x, and x equal 2y, about the x equal 5. Okay. The first question is, as usual, we need to sketch the region. And in order to sketch the region, we need to sketch, first of all, the function y equals square root of x. Now, if you don't remember how we sketch this function, that is okay, because now we are going to sketch it here. And this is one of the standard functions, so no worries. You need just to remember it's going like this. This is y equal square root of x. Now, look at the second function. The second function, we need to fix it. Why? Because this function is in terms of x. So let me make this function also in terms of x, meaning write it as y equal into something. I want both functions to be in terms of x. That will make it easier for me to identify which method to find the volume with. So in order to find y equals something, I think it's easy, you can see it. We just need to divide by 2, and that's what we are going to do next. So this actually y equal 1 over 2x. And as usual, this is equation of degree 1, and the picture will be just a line. Okay. In order to see which line is this, how we sketch this line, quick reminder of how we sketch the line. You have to choose 2 points for the x. Okay, which is, I will choose x equal to 0, x equal, for example, to 2, doesn't matter which point. And then you have to find the y. If you plug in 0 to this equation, if you plug here 0, you will get just 0. And if you plug in 2, do divided by 2, this will be just 1. So here 0 and 1. And I think now we can easily sketch the line. First point is 0, 0. 0 for the x, 0 for the y. The second point is somewhere here, and then it is, the line would look like this. I'm just trying to make the region is visible to me, and this is the region that we will have. That's the region, what we want to find the area for. That's the first thing we need to do. Second, we need to sketch the line x equal to 5, which is my axis of revolution. I will just go away from the region, and it should be here. Remember, this is not an accurate one. Still, we are far from accurate. And this is x equal to 5. And that one is y equal, which is the one in the green, half x. Now, before we continue, of course, this is the point 0. Let me find this point. This is a very important point. I will need it when I do the integration. How do we find this point? Which we usually call it the intersection point. So let me find the intersection between the blue. This is the intersection points between the blue function and the green function. In order to find them, you have to make the blue function is equal to the green function, which is half x, I guess. Now, how to get rid of the square root? If you square both sides, that will be the best. So this will just get an x, and this will get 1 over 4x squared, I believe, which means 4x equal to x squared. And then we will have this equation here equal to 0. So x will be 0, or x will be just 4. So we find this point as 4. Okay. So everything seems correct, because this is 5, this is 4, this is 0. They are in the right orientation. And the next step, we have to ask ourselves two questions to determine which method we should use. First of all, is the function in terms of x? Yes, the function, they are both in terms of x. The axis of revolution, is it vertical or horizontal? It's vertical. Now, if you look at what we did before, if the axis of revolution is vertical, the functions are in terms of x, I will put my rectangle somewhere here, and I will make it vertical, and of course we will use the shell method. Okay. Now, this one is of a distance x, and the thickness here is dx because the function is in terms of x. The final step, you just need to find the volume, which is 2 pi integral from, if you move your rectangle maximum to the left, you end up at 0, so it starts from 0. If you move your rectangle maximum to the right, you end up at 4, so it will be from 0 to 4. And now you need to tell me 3 pieces of information. You need to tell me the radius, you need to tell me the height, and you need to tell me the thickness. The radius is this distance. This is the radius. Now, look at this. How do I find this distance? The total distance is the total distance is 5 from the axis of revolution to the rectangle. From here to here is 5. From here to here is x. So what do you think is this one? It will be exactly what you guess. It's 5 minus x. Total is 5. This is x. What's the remaining? Is 5 minus x. For the height is the top function, which is clear as the blue function. So this would be just the blue function minus the bottom function, which is half x. The thickness, either dx or dy, the functions in terms of x. So half x. And finally, the thickness is just dx. This integral, if you do it at home by whatever method you use in Calculus 1, you should get the answer. Please write for me the answers in the comments. If you have any question, please write it in the comment, and you can just tell me also about the quality of the voice in this video. The next video, I will do it with using a mic, and I want your feedback, which is better, the question 5 or question 6. Thank you.